Well, let's try this one more time. Hopefully, this will work.
Uno
All
más.
right. Can you hear us? That's question number one.
Yeah, we hear you.
Go
Yes. Speaking of Notre Dame,
mission
here's
success.
here's some people that are literally going to Hartsville Jackson to fly up to South Bend to go to the Notre Dame game. So kudos to you guys, first off, in the car with the Notre Dame gear already on. Like, they're prepared. Like, they're just going to wake up tomorrow and just wear the same clothes on Saturday again, Tim. It's going to be impressive. But first off, Coach, congratulations, Coach of the Year for AAA in the state of Georgia. First off, you can tell us about that accolade, and also this Sonoraville team right here went all the way to the state championship. Unfortunately, lost, but it was just absolutely incredible season. Can you talk about it just a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, we had a really good year. Felt like we should have won the state championship, but it's kind of a tough pill to swallow to lose twice and lose out on the state championship. We felt like we had the first game won, and didn't get a couple of calls, and next thing we know, we're in the 11th inning and we lose 3-2. So it was tough, but the girls played well. They really rallied around us and Connor Luke this year, and kind of dedicated the season to him, and he was with us every step of the way, and they played really well, and unfortunately we just came up a little bit short at the end, but very proud of them and what they accomplished, and got a good group returning next year, so hopefully we can make another run.
Hey, Coach, well,
awesome. Well,
sorry, I know, Ben, that he's going to watch his Notre Dame team play. I noticed who they're playing this weekend. They're playing your Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. So I've noticed the line 17. I don't think that's big enough, to be honest with you. So, you got to rub it in a little bit. You got to talk a little bit of trash, Coach, because Ben's a big time Yellow Jacket. So
trash talk's not really my thing.
Yeah,
I think 17's about right.
Yeah,
fair enough.
I think it'll be close till the third quarter, and I think Notre Dame will pull away with late.
Yeah. Well, I know that you mentioned a little bit. I know our viewers don't know a lot about this, neither does Tim, but you mentioned your son, Connor Luke. Could you just talk about his story and just a little bit for the people who don't know?
Well, so Connor passed away in July from neuroblastoma, a rare type of childhood cancer. He was diagnosed in February of 2020. And he battled hard, and and there were points where we felt like we were going to win that battle. Which I say win that battle. He did win that battle because he's with our Lord, in heaven now. So he did win, but there were times we felt good about where we were, and we just have another setback, and it just got to the point where the cancer had spread so much, and there was just nothing left that we could do treatment wise, and so he went to be with Jesus in July, and we've just been trying to live every day since for him, and just kind of honor him with how we live and what we do, and it's been tough, but we're blessed. I know that sounds kind of odd to say that you're blessed in that situation, but we have been tremendously, and even this weekend, we call things Connor Winks, and as we were leaving South Bend a few weeks ago, we were at the USC game. We actually saw Coach Marcus Freeman, our defensive coordinator, standing outside, and him and his staff had sent Connor, a message, of encouragement back in February, and I told Brandy, I said, I should get out and thank him, but he was with his kids, and I didn't want to bother him at the time, so I sent him an email, and he actually, asked if we were planning on coming back up, and I said, well, oddly enough, I said, Brandy and Bentley had just convinced me to take them back for the Georgia Tech game. So he said he was going to, wanted to meet us and do some stuff for us this weekend. So we're actually planning to meet those guys around noon tomorrow at the Goog. And so we call those Connor winks, just little things that kind of happen, that are just a blessing to us and just make us feel like he's still here with us. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Miss Brandy, I'm going to ask a question, Miss Brandy. She's over on the other side right here. Miss Brandy, so y'all, how are you doing?
Hey.
Miss Brandy is one of the sweetest people ever. Let me ask you, so you guys, I saw that you started a foundation in Connor Luke's name called the CL Strong Foundation. Can you tell us a little bit about that as well?
Yes. So, through our neuroblastoma journey and end-stage renal disease journey, Connor Luke's thing that just won over the hearts of his doctors and nurses and even the other families that we met were just, his desire to just love big. And he did that every day, whether it was just something simple as a piece of gum, or if we had time to plan for admissions, he would pick out candles and chocolate and badge reels off Amazon, and he made sure we had a swag bag full of stuff, to give his nurses and doctors and just people that we encountered. And so when we talked about starting a foundation, we didn't want to limit ourselves to just families that were impacted by pediatric cancer or families that were impacted by end-stage renal disease, because Connor Luke was more than just those, two scary diagnoses. And so we wanted to cast a bigger net and love on as many people as possible. So we have started the CL Strong Foundation, and we will give scholarships to students in our county who have overcome some adversity. And that is something that, that we want to do. But in addition to that, we just want to be a foundation that can support folks in their time of need. We were blessed with a village like none other. And, some folks don't have that. So we want to be the village, for those who don't have that. And it's been really hard for us to put on paper for our board of directors what exactly the CL Strong Foundation is and what our purpose is. And it's how do you put into words? We just want to love big,
Yeah.
And that's what Connor taught us. And so we in lieu of flowers, when Connor passed away, we made sure that the foundation was already up and doing business as the CL Strong Foundation. And we are at a point now where financially and with the foundation that we can be a blessing to many. And we've already taken small steps to do that. One of the nicest things that that was done for us initially was a fight fund was started to help pay for medical bills and to help with expenses while we were on a leave of absence from work. And it was such a God thing when I decided to stop teaching to stay home full time to take care of Connor Luke. And of course, Chad continued to work, but also, be with us as well. I don't like to talk about figures, but the amount of money that was in the fight fund that had been established for our family was like the equivalent to what my bring home was for a year. And it was just like, thank you, Lord, And so when Connor passed away, there was a significant amount of money left in the fight fund. And so we are going to use that money to build a playground and purchase a playground at Sonoraville Baptist Church, Connor Luke's church, in his honor and his memory. And he loved his church, and he was not afraid to let folks know that every time he drove by. What would he say?
That's our church.
That's our church. Yeah. And there's stories about him being at Walmart shopping with grandparents, asking people, do you have a church? You know, so he was proud of his church, and he'll be proud of his playground.
Well, here's what we're gonna do. It's kind of cool how things worked out. You know, I met Brandy and Chad 2-3 years ago, something like that, on a crazy winter retreat I was drug on. And just knowing their passion, their love, not just for their children, but just people around them, and it made an impact on me. And a couple weeks ago, we started a GoFundMe page just for the fun of it to go to the Braves game. And we knew the World Series, and we knew we weren't going to raise enough money. And we were like, man, what are we going to do with all this money that people gave us?
Became very clear.
Yeah. And the very first thing that me and Tim, I said, Tim, I have a really cool idea. So here's what we're going to do. From us at the Sideline Sports Show, we're going to donate $600 to the CL Strong Foundation. And I think the $600 is for every year that Connor Luke impacted somebody. And first off, I'm not going to try to cry, but I just wanted to tell you guys how much I appreciate you guys and everything that you guys have done, not just for me, but for the students that I get to spend summer with every single year. I know that they just love you guys. They appreciate you guys. I see the love that y'all have in your community, the love for other people that you guys have. And I knew immediately when I told Tim, I said, this is what we're going to donate our money to. And he said, I'm all on board. And so we just that's the reason why we brought you guys on. It wasn't about the Sonoraville softball team. Sorry, Chad. But we had to get a leeway into some sports. And so that's, we can't just be like, yeah, we're just going to donate and just bring them on the show. You know,
you gotta get a little surprise, you know?
Yeah. So that's what we want to do for you guys. Just to say that we appreciate you guys.
Yes, thank you. And Big Brother Bentley's in the back seat. Bentley, can
Bentley.
you come forward?
Hello. Hey, man.
What's up?
So we're headed to Notre Dame, my favorite place.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, tell Kane Barong we said hello, and we appreciate you guys joining the show for a short period of time today, but we appreciate you guys. Yeah, I think that, y'all are about to get off onto a plane to head to South Bend. So thank you guys for joining the show. I appreciate you guys, and we will talk to y'all soon.
See you guys.
Yep.
There you go. Chad and Brandy Hayes, also with Bentley. That's Connor Luke, sign language for I love you. That's one of Connor Luke's signs right there. So,
you know, 4 years of sign language in college, and I didn't know that.
Well, that tells you a little bit about Tim. Oh.